Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at belisiofoods.com/careers.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Morning Show right here on Main Street TV. Once again, I'm not Jen, I'm Dylan, and I'm going to be hosting this episode. And this morning, I'm joined by Corey Johnson from Holzer.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. And Corey Johnson is the Holzer Rehabilitation Physician and Medical Director.
That is correct.
So tell me, what does that position involve?
So that position involves not only being a physician for our rehab patients on the inpatient unit at our Gallup Police Hospital, but also an administrative side to ensure that the unit is running and functioning appropriately and meeting certain standards for our accreditation unions.
Okay, so you kind of monitor the whole process, make sure everything goes smoothly, and
Correct, yes.
help some people?
Yeah, not only do I help manage medical conditions for patients on the rehab unit, but I also ensure they're in the right rehabilitation program for their condition and for their goals.
Awesome. And you are a graduate from Ohio University, Heritage College of, help me out here with saying this,
Osteopathic medicine. Yeah.
osteopathic medicine in Athens.
Yeah, so osteopathic medicine is a different type of degree from your typical medical doctor. It's a DO position. It's still, you undergo the same medical training, but we have a little bit more focus on form and function and anatomy. And also we undergo additional training in something called osteopathic manipulative medicine, which is a manipulation technique used in your hands to help treat conditions in a non-invasive manner.
Okay. So you said it can help treat your hands, like you can...
We can do therapy on the hands, but it's using our own hands and our techniques to be able to treat the patient's conditions. And that's what separates MD from DO.
Okay, so what's the difference? Well, I know you said it separates it, but which one's MD and which one's DO?
So osteopathic medicine, those are your physicians who are DO trained, whereas other physicians tend to have a medical degree or MD after their name. For the most part, the major differences is the suffixes after the name, but really no difference in training.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and tell us a little about the inpatient rehab unit at Holzer.
Yeah, so the Holzer Inpatient Rehabilitation Unit is a 29-bed unit located in the Gallup Police Hospital. It meets the rigorous standards of CARF, which is the Commission on Accreditation of Rehabilitation Facilities. So when a program is CARF accredited, that means it's undergone in-depth and on-site review and has demonstrated commitment to providing excellence and quality services that focus on promoting optimal patient outcomes.
Okay. So can you go a little more with that? You said it can help like change the outcome, or?
Yeah, so our the accreditation is showing we have demonstrated that we are providing quality services that help promote those optimal outcomes throughout, many different services that we offer. We have a rehabilitation team that's composed of the physiatrist, which is the rehab doctor, physical therapist, occupational therapist, speech therapist, social workers, dietitians, nursing staff, and an activities coordinator. And we all work together with the patients and their families in achieving maximum function to help promote independence, quality of life, as well as the goal to return home.
Okay, cool. So you got a whole team of people there to help you.
Correct. Yeah, we all work together. It's a very team-oriented environment that focuses directly on the patient and their goals and their needs.
Okay, cool. And you said, okay, I'm struggling to remember a little bit, but I know you said a lot of them there, like a lot of different people, big team. Did you say one of them was an activities coordinator?
Yeah, we have an activities coordinator that helps with the patients develop activities that,
Oh, neat.
tends to make the therapy seem a little bit more fun and enjoyable. All of our therapists really try hard to engage the patient as much as possible and focus on their goals and needs. But as you can imagine, some patients are admitted to the hospital. They don't enjoy that environment. They just want to get home. And the activities coordinator really helps promote the patients feeling like they're in a home environment, and then they have some of that independence and they are able to do more tasks that are just still therapeutic, but not directly seem like exercise.
Yeah, that seems really nice. A good way to help people feel more like welcome and more like they're doing something more.
Correct.
That's great. So, what type of services does the Holzer inpatient rehab unit offer?
So we talked about our large team, but we also offer many services. One of the services we offer is Light Gait, which is a harness-based gait training device. We also offer e-stim therapy, which is where you use small electrical currents to stimulate the muscles and help retrain the muscles to promote favorable outcomes. We offer many more services, and each individual therapy plan is developed specific for that patient's goals and needs.
That's awesome. So, what conditions are treated at the Holzer inpatient rehabilitation?
We actually treat a variety of conditions. We treat strokes, brain injuries, spinal cord injuries, amputations. We also treat patients who've had orthopedic conditions such as hip fractures or other major traumas. We also treat patients following debilitating illness and after major surgeries.
Cool. Um, so, the unit has an exciting new service available. Can you tell us about that and how it will benefit our communities?
Of course, I'm super excited for this. Holzer Inpatient Rehab is excited to offer mobility training with ExoNR. So ExoNR is a wearable exoskeleton device that help augment the patient's strength to help them stand and relearn to walk with a trained physical therapist. The ExoNR is actually the first FDA-approved exoskeleton in treatment in spinal cord injury and stroke, and the only FDA-approved exoskeleton for treatment in brain injury and multiple sclerosis patients. With this technology, I feel that we can get patients onto their feet sooner so that they can relearn step patterns, weight shifts, and posture, which is going to help promote their outcome, help speed up their recovery, help improve their independence, and help get them home sooner.
Okay, so it's an exoskeleton that can help them like learn to walk a little better again.
Correct, yes. It's a device that we strap onto the patient, and it has rigid structure as well as movable parts in the areas that we have our joints. And the patients activate the device, so they're still using their muscles, and it helps augment that to help them achieve function and give them the motions of being able to stand and walk for a neurorehabilitation perspective.
Okay, that's really neat. And has this been employed in other Holzer facilities?
Currently, it's at our Gallipolis Hospital only.
Okay, and now you're bringing it to Jackson?
Not currently, but patients who are within the Jackson area or anywhere within the world are have the option of utilizing an exoskeleton like this if they meet certain criteria.
Okay, so it's still open to everyone. People can come down from
Correct.
all of our local areas to get to it.
Yes.
Okay, that's really neat. I've heard about different things such as that before, but I didn't know there was one so close to us now.
Yeah, it's a fairly new technology that we've brought to the inpatient rehab unit, so we're really excited to get using it more and more and see the outcomes and positive impact it has on our community.
Okay. And of course, other people have tried this before, like outside of here.
Correct, yes.
So we've seen it be successful. It's helped a lot of people already.
Yeah, of course, everything's in medicine's constantly undergoing studies and improvements. And, it's the same with this device. We also tend to get firmware updates and stuff for the device remotely from the company that has designed it. But yes, it's been studied in the past and has showed positive outcomes.
Okay, that's really cool. And how would patients get referred to your program? So, for example, if I have a procedure at another hospital or location, can I be referred to a Holzer inpatient rehab?
Yes. So there's multiple avenues for referral. You can get an outpatient referral from your primary care physician or your specialist. If you're currently admitted to the hospital, any hospital, then your case manager can contact us with a referral. Otherwise, if you're not admitted to the hospital or if you are, you can call us directly to discuss whether or not our program is right for you for self-referral. Of course, patients must meet certain criteria for admission to inpatient rehabilitation, and their admission must be approved by the rehab physician. Additionally, potential candidates for the exoskeleton must first be evaluated to ensure they're appropriate for use of the device.
Okay. So, Is there anything else you might like to tell our viewers about Holzer or your position?
I just think it's a very exciting opportunity, a lot of opportunity for growth, and I'm excited to see what the program offers our community, and I think we'll have a very positive impact.
Okay, that sounds really good. Well, thank you for coming on the show today. We appreciate you stopping in and telling people about the Holzer rehabilitation and your position. Of course, we welcome you. You're new, right?
Yes, I've been here for approximately 2 months and some days.
Okay. Well, you're not brand new. You're new, though.
Yeah, but certainly familiar with the area, familiar with our patient population, grew up within the area, so excited to be able to return back home and provide care for these patients.
So, did you come from, like, I know you said you went to OU. Are you from the OU area
So
or
I'm from the Circleville area,
Circleville?
and then did my undergraduate at Shawnee State University down in Portsmouth, my medical school at Ohio University, and then I did my residency training in New York. And
Oh,
then,
New York. That's a big
yes,
jump.
it was a big jump. My wife and I wanted to explore what the city life had to offer us. We soon learned that that was not the lifestyle that we wanted, so we
Yeah,
were
it's
excited to be
definitely
able to
different
return
from
home.
this area. You're going from little southeast Ohio to big New York. I mean, we have a Big Apple here, but that's a different kind of Big Apple.
It most certainly is, yeah. We actually lived in Queens, so it was a very different lifestyle
Oh,
for
yeah.
us. And then unfortunately, COVID hit during that time, and then we weren't really
Oh
able to
man, you had an
utilize
even
the
a different
amenities.
kind of you had a crazy experience and then an even crazier
It
experience.
was, but certainly I had a lot of growth from it and wouldn't have changed it for anything, even if I didn't enjoy my time in New York.
Well, we're definitely glad to have you here. It's actually kind of funny that you went to OU and Shawnee because both of those schools were ones I was considering at one point, and now you live in Rio, so you kind of tapped all the areas that I was considering at one point. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think that's also a very big thing is that there are so many opportunities within the school systems here in Ohio. And I think that no matter where you choose to go, you're going to get a great education. And
I definitely
things will
feel
be
that's true.
good.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping in today. And of course, we always appreciate your guys' visits. So thank you for being here. And I'm sure you got a lot of doctor stuff to do. And yeah, just thank you for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys having me.
All right. Sean, do you have the weather pulled up? That is something I forgot to teach you about. Okay. I guess I can just read it off my phone. Sorry, normally we would cut to a weather transition and you guys would have a smooth
Oh.
exit, but I guess I'll just turn the mic down and then you guys can.
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
So once again, we thank them for being here today, and I'm just gonna pull up the weather on my phone. I mean, I think we all know how the weather is already. It's bad. It's bad weather. All right. So in my location, Jackson, it is 10 degrees and not very sunny. We've got a wind chill advisory. These conditions are expected to last until 11 a.m. It's gonna be a while. And that is for Wednesday, January 17th. Thursday, we have 33 degrees. Friday, 28 degrees with a 45% chance of snow. Saturday, 18 degrees. Sunday, 29 degrees. Monday, 39. Tuesday, 46. Wednesday, 48. And Thursday, 57. And Friday, 55. So, a lot of rough weather coming up. Alrighty, let's see what Jen's got here. So what we thought we knew about T-Rexes was wrong. Yeah. Sean, you can turn up your mic and join in a little bit with me if you'd like. You guys can't see him, but Sean's there. He's there. I'm not just talking to a ghost. There is a man behind the computer. He's got glasses and a hat.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I'm sure the audience can hear you too.
How's that? Okay, good.
All right. So
Either-
what we thought we knew about T-Rexes was wrong, and researchers say in the new study. So T-Rexes, I mean, we all know what T-Rexes are. Apparently, we were wrong about them. So I'm going to tell you a little about that today.
Please do.
An old dinosaur debate gained new traction after a new study finding suggested that miniature versions of the famed Tyrannosaurus rex may actually be a distinct species. So it sounds like they're saying that T-Rexes might not actually be T-Rexes? Like they're just not a dinosaur? That's not something I ever expected we would hear.
I mean, that's exactly what it sounds like. But what were they?
Researchers from the University of Bath and University of Chicago. Wait, hold up. University of Bath? That doesn't
sound pretty legit here. Go on.
Yeah, that's an interesting name. University of Bath and University of Chicago took a new look at fossils of small T-Rexes and concluded that was once thought to be young versions of the well-known Tyrannosaurus rex is more likely its own similar but separate species. Oh, hey, Jeremiah. Jeremiah said he has a video for us, I think. He may have a video for us. Oh.
You guys keep talking.
Looks like Sean's coming over with me.
Huh?
Oh, no, he's not. Okay. The study, which was published in the Journal of Fossil Studies, researched the growth rings of young T-Rex fossils and found evidence that bone growth rates were slowing and indicating that, okay, I have to bear with me on this one, I don't know how to say this, that Nanotyrannus version of the famous dinosaurs were likely almost full size. So yeah, it sounds like they're just kind of going more in depth on how T-Rexes just aren't actually T-Rexes, like they're just a branched off version. So kind of like how, like I guess like a pigeon and a regular bird. I don't know another version of a bird.
Gotcha. So there was maybe other types.
Yeah, I think that's kind of what they're getting at. Like it's just there's T-Rexes and then there's like bigger T-Rexes. And this T-Rex is just kind of smaller, and that's what we know as a T-Rex, but it's not really what's actually considered a T-Rex. So it's an interesting little fun fact. I noticed when I came over here that Jen just has some papers just lying here, and I'm just kind of going through them. So the researchers found that Nanotyrannus fossils had over 150 characteristics that were distinct from their Tyrannosaurus counterparts, including narrower snouts and longer arms. All right, so are you saying T-Rexes just kind of get smaller, even smaller arms and even smaller heads? I don't think they really need that. T-Rexes always kind of got laughed at as like the version of the dinosaur that can't reach anything. So you got like big, fierce dinosaurs, and then the one with the little tiny arms that can't really reach. Kind of like the short dinosaur.
I'd like to see an artist description of this, like a drawing. I need a depiction of this.
Yeah, I'd like to see what this version of the T-Rex looks like. Let's look into it, actually. So we got the Tyrannosaurus Rex, but the other Tyrannosaurus Rex, I guess you'd say. T-Rex, or maybe the new T-Rex. The new T-Rex. Taking a look here. Yep, that's exactly what we were looking at. A newer version of the T-Rex, an off-branded species, I guess. I mean, it looks just like a normal T-Rex. It sounds like they just found like another version of a T-Rex that states more true to what a T-Rex is. So just another version of a dinosaur. It's kind of crazy how as time goes on, they just keep finding newer and newer versions of like newer, older species, I guess. So like they'll just be excavating an older site and then they'll randomly find a new species that's from like BC. Like that's kind of weird.
Yeah, definitely weird. Definitely, it's always changing. I don't think we'll ever stop finding something new. It'll always be
finding new stuff
else.
Makes sense, but like it's always newer, older stuff is what gets me. Like you'll just kind of like look online and you'll see like they found a old Egyptian pyramid, but it's a one they didn't know existed before. So like there's just so much stuff from before our time that we continue to find.
Oh yeah,
It's just kind of crazy to me.
never ending.
I don't think there's any way to add the live Facebook feed. I'm currently live, and I was going to patch it in.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. I can do that for you real quick.
Okay.
Well, Jeremiah, you want to come over here for a second? And
For a second. Then I'll have to go up front because
I can add that in for you. No
All right, so it's like 7 degrees out this morning, and we currently have a Facebook video going live on my news personality page. We're doing a science experiment where we're going to see how long it takes for a t-shirt to freeze solid. So we have a Total Mia t-shirt that I have covered in water, and it's laying on the ground out in front of the Stockmeister Plaza building. And last check, the water on the ground had frozen. The shirt was starting to crystallize, but hadn't frozen solid yet. When I came in here, it was about at the 20 minute mark since I started not since I started the video, but since I started that process to see how long it takes. So it's had water on the t-shirt for over 20 minutes now. I'm going to head back out at the 30-minute mark, and we're going to check on it and see if it has frozen solid yet. But like I said, it is 7 degrees this morning, but it feels like -7, and just doing a fun little science experiment this morning. So Dylan's working to see if he can patch in the live video, and then I'll go outside and we'll check on that and see where it is. I know we had over 50 people watching at one point when we started the experiment, but it's like watching paint dry. So watching a t-shirt freeze. So we'll turn it back over to Dylan, and I'll go outside and I'll bundle back up here and we'll go see what we got.
So how do we know when you're starting, Jeremiah?
We'll just see me on there.
Oh, yeah, Sean, just cut to that scene over there. Don't hit publish yet, though.
Where do you do? Where do you go?
It's called J.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, so you'll press that and just wait till you see him out there, then hit publish.
I mean, you can go ahead and show them so
Oh,
they can see.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead and
They
yeah.
can still hear you talk, right?
Yeah, they can do
It's
that.
muted, so
Okay,
you
that's
can be
fine then.
talking over that.
Yep, sounds good. Go ahead and show it, Sean.
So publish it.
Yep. There we go. Jeremiah's t-shirt.
And I'll go out and join you.
So
Do you
there.
think, who gets to try to wear it?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
I think we need to have somebody try it on. I'm sure it'll be a little bit, a little tight, but I think that has to be part of the deal.
Yeah, it's kind of part of it when you agree to wear a Frozen t-shirt. It looks like he's got like part of it wet and the other half's just kind of crinkling up, which is kind of interesting, like a ripple effect going down it. I would hate to touch that shirt right now. I wonder if it's like a one of those poles, like when you put your tongue on a metal pole and it just like you get stuck.
I think it sticks to your body like that.
I wonder if that would happen. Or like what if you lick your hand and like just touch the t-shirt? I wonder if it would like stay stuck to you. Be an interesting science experiment within a science experiment.
I think we need to.
Oh, I think he's coming. I apologize if the video's got a little lag to it. It's a little difficult trying to patch in a video. I think he's coming.
I thought I saw a shadow.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's getting close.
Oh no. I'm sorry, guys. This computer's older. Oh. Yeah. Can you turn up the volume, Sean?
Sure. Where at?
Covered this Total Mia t-shirt in water. I had used 2 bottles of water, and we're at the 20-minute mark now. Like I was saying, it was like 7 degrees. Feels like -7 out this morning when I come out and started this little science experiment. Fun little experiment to try on a cold day, like we got the single digits. As I said before, there were a few schools that were closed, and I think a lot of that had this stem from, the secondary roads still be covered in ice and snow. And, the cold does not help with that. So I'll show you here. We are getting ready to hit the 30-minute mark. So we'll see if this shirt has frozen solid or not. So let's take a look here. Hopefully you can hear me okay, Dylan. And it looks like we have a pretty frozen solid to the ground shirt here. Yep, here we go. Check it out. There it is. Probably can't see me though, can you? All right, so there you go. So we finished our science experiment. So after 30 minutes, we have a solid frozen Total Media shirt here, guys. And hope you guys have enjoyed this little science experiment. And I've never done this before, so that's pretty cool that it is frozen solid. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off reporting for the Telegram on the telegramnews.com. I'm Jeremiah Shaver.
All right, guys. So it looks like we're back to me for a moment. There are some guests in the Mix 96 studio. This is a fun little surprise that I did not know was happening, but it is happening. So we're going to stream them. But I believe it's going to be a moment before till they're on. I can't really monitor them right now where I'm on air. So Sean, can you see over there on my monitor? Does it look like they're on air? It does not look like it to me.
Looks like they're just getting ready.
Okay. Well, can you go see if you can find Porterhouse real quick? Appreciate it, Sean. We're glad to have Sean in the studio today. He has helped me a lot. With Jen being out, it's just Dylan flying solo. So, yeah. No, go get Porterhouse. So yeah, while he goes and finds Porterhouse, we're gonna wait a moment and see how that goes. Sean will be back real shortly. So back to that T-Rex thing. I mean, there's really not a whole lot to it, but it does sound interesting to know there's another breed of T-Rexes, and what we thought were T-Rexes are not actually T-Rexes. I think that's a little interesting. I think they're about to go on air. I can't really tell. I want to send you guys over right when it happens, but it's a little difficult to tell whether or not they're on air right now. Hopefully he gets Porterhouse quickly. There's a event at Richie's inside. Well, it's not. It is Richie's Inside the Paint, but it will not be at Richie's tonight. So make sure to tune into that. It'll be live here on Main Street TV and Total Media on YouTube. It's always a fun event down there in Piketon, and I would encourage you to tune in. Even if you're not from the Piketon area, it's still fun to hear what's going on and their coaches. We're not necessarily we are broadcasting the game, but you don't have to necessarily stay for that part. But you can always like tune in and hear a fun talk show after hours. Any luck with Porter? Okay, cool. Porterhouse, the Porterhouse, Porter's Playhouse. That's what it used to be called, his show. Then he changed to Porter's Place. Don't know why. I liked Porter's Playhouse better. Sounds like a fun old TV show.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, at one point it was Porter's Playhouse. It was also Porter's Pad at another point in time. So, different Porterhouses. Hopefully he'll be here soon. I'm trying to get us patched in over on Mix 96, but got to move a few wires around, a few cords around. I think they're on air. Go ahead and cut to Mix 96 scene. I'm not sure what I called it. Just go ahead and hit publish.
But then again, they're calling for as they said, a January fall next week. But that's after we get a couple more inches of snow tonight. So
What's
or
the
tomorrow night? Sorry.
You're talking about spring. All I can think about is there was this song. I have no idea what is it. It's spring again. Everybody knows it's spring again.
Yeah.
To the boys and girls and people above.
It must be before my time.
I have no idea what the hell that is.
I don't know that one. That's news to me right there. So just, let's sing on, my friend. I mean, have at it. So,
Boys and girls.
but I say when I think of summer, I think of outdoor adventure.
Yes.
I think of music. I think of chances to get away. And so we got a couple guests joining us in the studio. Last summer, if you remember, we were talking here on the show and did a lot of talking about an exciting event that took place just outside Nelsonville, there at Hopkins College with the Starbuck Music Festival. And it was, of course, sponsored by Adventure Pro Outdoors and some other individuals and groups that got together and put on a couple days of great rock and roll music.
Yeah.
And so we've got Bernie from Adventure Pro Outdoors in with us today, and George from Starbuck Music Festival to kind of rehash things from last year and also talk about what's coming up this year. So first off, Bernie, how are you guys surviving the winter this year? So
we can't wait for that 150 days to go fast enough.
Because for those that don't know, Adventure Pro Outdoors is one of those organizations that helps like promote outdoor activities and fun, specifically on the Hockey River. There outside Nelsonville. So
yeah, we call ourselves the experts in outdoor fun. So we do ATV rentals, canoe, kayak, and tubing events all summer long. We are also partnered with First Choice Lodging, so we're the welcome center for that business, and so we do lodging year-round.
Yeah.
So we're open 365 days a year to bring people into the southeastern Ohio area and Hocking Hills to relax and enjoy. But we also like to put on, massive rock and roll events.
Yeah, absolutely,
as well.
yeah. And of course, you partnered last year with George, who has a long history of bringing rock and roll to Southern Ohio and Central Ohio. And so we brought in the Starbuck Music Festival and had 2 days worth of great rock and roll music and cover bands and our tribute artists and different groups that performed all weekend long. And we're looking at some different things for this next summer. So let's talk about what we got to look forward to. So,
well, we're going to continue with the rock and roll theme, Starbuck Music Festival. We're going to change it up a little bit this summer. We want to spread it out over several months.
Okay.
So we're going to do a concert series.
Okay.
Which will include tribute artists June, July, August, and possibly even into September if the weather cooperates with us. And we're going to kick off the event at Hocking College. We did such a phenomenal job last year with the help of George promoting the event, staging the event. If anybody was there, they saw that performance was bar none, the best I've ever seen in this area with jumbotrons and the likes of Hairball that nobody's ever seen in this area except if you've been to Cleveland or Columbus. And we're going to do we're going to share a weekend with Black Diamond Music Festival.
Okay.
They saw what we were capable of doing, and they wanted us to kind of partner with them. They'll take a Friday, we'll take a Saturday.
Awesome.
They're traditionally country music. We're going to keep with the rock and roll theme, and it'll be on a little bit smaller scale because we want to spread it out again over several months to catch more people that can help out with participating with the foundation. And so June, it'll be the first full weekend in June. We're planning June 7th and 8th.
Okay.
As the start of the series, and then July and August. We've already talked to a Van Halen tribute band called Jump. They're really popular, and they travel the nation touring, and we've got some tentative dates proposed to us from them for August. And then each of these concert series events will have a main featured artist, plus we'll have an opener.
Awesome.
So we'll do 2 bands for each of those months, and then the kickoff weekend we're going to put 3 to 4 bands together for a Saturday. And the Saturday event, the first weekend in June will also include that weekend of camping. So, you can bring your camper, you can bring a tent. We got plenty of camping available. So we want to kind of just, build the event from there. And if it, becomes big enough for us to move back to the main lot, because this year we're going to move it down to Robbins Crossing, which is a little bit smaller area, but we're still going to have access to, the vendors, the beer tent. We just wanted to kind of make it a little more cozy
Right.
for the 500 or 600 or 700 people that will come to this event.
Awesome.
In June.
And again, you
Both
can
days.
you get to do that, and then like I said, camp the whole weekend.
Yeah.
Which again, I tell people from primitive camping all the way up to luxury RV camping.
Sure.
If you've not done that, there's nothing like getting away and doing some camping for the weekend. There's just something about it, because even if I didn't understand it quite as much as a kid, but I appreciate it so much more now as an adult, especially if you can
Right.
get away. So then you throw on the addition of the great music.
Yeah,
Go along with it,
music
and
all
makes that
weekend.
much fun. So
you'll be camping right next to the river, so you can do kayaking, tubing, canoeing.
Mhm.
And George, you want to
I
pop
just
in?
Hop
wanted
in,
to
George.
say hi. I just want to say we don't have a lack of bands. We got all kind of bands that after
Right.
they heard about Starbrick last year.
Yeah.
That, they can't wait to come.
Yep.
I got them lined up waiting to get in here.
Awesome.
So,
Sounds good.
And I got some new ones. I heard some new ones, and I think some of them will work too.
And again, we can't get George started too much because we don't have enough time to hear all the stories that George could tell from working with rock and roll through the years. But how many years have you been promoting music and putting on concerts?
20, about
That's
22,
my thoughts.
23
So,
years.
and he could. I mean, I know when you were in here last year, you told just a couple stories of some of the artists that you've worked with and some of the concerts you've put on through the years and been a part of, and so I guarantee that you're not going to be disappointed when the time comes. And so plan to be a part of that. So
Yeah. So with this kind of new change in venue, we're going to make it very affordable for people to attend these events. We really love to see the fans who already like our Facebook page, Starbrick Music Festival, to put your input in. Let us know what tribute artists you've seen in the past and you'd love to see come into this area, and we'll work on trying to get them. We've had some input already. It's just making sure that we can find the bands with the right availability, but we'll do our best to make sure
This is all about family. So
yep.
Yeah.
Family
Yeah.
get together. Yep.
Yeah,
So-
it's family fun, affordable, and just rock for the cause.
And you guys, of course, will be keeping in touch with us as we get closer, when we know a little bit more about the costs for the events and that type of stuff. But before we wrap up today, again, real quick, you mentioned now you guys with Adventure Pro, you guys are open year-round and you have lodging, that type of thing. So now's the time people can still get the opportunity to not necessarily camp per se, but working with different lodging stuff. So if people want to get in touch with you to learn a little bit more about what Adventure Pro has to offer, what's the best way for them to get a hold
The
of
best
you?
way
So-
to get hold of us is through our website,
Okay.
adventureprooutdoors.com, or firstchoicelodging.com, 1stchoicelodging.com. We've got reservation specialists that can answer any questions, make you comfortable as possible for your stay.
And again, don't forget, we live in the rich legacy that is Southern Ohio. You don't have to travel hundreds of miles to go and have fun.
Hocking Hills is
So,
in
one of the top nations, destinations
top
of the nation.
15
So.
places to see in the country.
Yep.
2 to 3 million people a year come to Hocking Hills to see what
Yep.
this.
Well, you talking
has
about
one.
doing a slingshot tour? That sounds like that would be a blast. I love. I did the slingshot thing actually up to Hoover Dam
Yeah.
from Vegas. Now, I do not suggest anyone riding a slingshot when it's 100+ degrees outside.
Yeah, we don't have too many of those days here.
No. But going out and doing that sounds like that would be a really great time.
Yeah.
Called the Windy Nine.
Yeah.
Athens promotes that, and I mean, we get Harley groups coming down, BMW
Yep.
riders, and Corvette clubs and
Jeepers and everybody else, I'm sure, yes.
And it's such a beautiful, any time of the year down here is totally awesome. I mean, we're looking at single digit weather outside, but you go to the Hocking Hills,
Yep.
and you'll see frozen waterfalls. This is it's spectacular.
All the winter hikes
The
are
winter
amazing down
hikes,
there. Yep, so.
Every season has something new to offer.
So don't miss out on it. Don't, like I said, don't spend hundreds and thousands of dollars to go elsewhere.
Right.
But it's all right here, one of the top destinations in the nation. So appreciate you guys stopping in this morning, and we're looking forward to what's coming up this summer. Again, the first weekend in June is going to be the kickoff of a summer-long bunch of music happening in Southern Ohio. So don't miss out on it. We'll keep you informed right here.
Yeah,
On
and
Mix
I want to
96.
give a
So-
quick shout
Sure,
out
absolutely.
to Total Media
Sure.
for everything that you guys have done to help promote our event last year. It was total success. We couldn't have done it without you guys. The commercials,
Yeah.
the radio spotlighting, the movie theater advertisements. So you guys are an awesome group to work with, and we can't thank you enough. We touched probably over 500,000 people through the different media outlets that you you exposed us to, and we're going to do this again.
Awesome.
And really rock out.
And
we got to meet a lot of really professional people, like the media,
Yep.
and all the people helping us when the event. Look forward to doing this again this year, and we'll keep you informed when we get the bands lined up.
awesome, sounds good. And we're looking forward to partnering with you guys again. Real quick, I don't want to leave without having the opportunity. Again, the best part about all this is a big portion of this goes to helping out some wonderful organizations. So tell us about the support organizations. So
Yeah, the main purpose behind the Starbrick Music Festival was to promote my son's foundation, the Chris Roll TBI Foundation, that's in support of traumatic brain injuries and mental health awareness. And we did an awesome job doing that last year, especially when it came to awareness. You know, as I mentioned, we probably touched 500,000 to a million people through all the marketing that we did.
awesome.
So, we raised money to go into his fund to support, the event, as well as other things, and we want to continue to grow his foundation so that we can, do more with the money that we're raising.
Awesome. Again, lots of research that still needs to be done in the areas of traumatic brain injuries and mental health organizations. So thank you for doing that. We appreciate you doing that. Thanks for stopping in this morning.
Thank you for
Appreciate
having
it.
us.
Looking forward to talking with you guys soon. Go ahead. Yeah, George.
See ya.
We'll talk to you soon. More coming up on Mix 96 FM. Stick with us. Right now, we got some Thompson Twins. It's Hold Me Now on the Morning Crew.
I have a picture.
start of your 2024 year. Could you imagine if that's how your year started? Like, that is awful.
I've
Just,
seen some movies start that way. There's no going back on a plane after that to me.
yeah, I would never do it again. That just sounds like the scariest thing to ever happen.
In Alaska, is that where you said?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is just awful. I can only imagine like how scared you would be if you start your 2024 year with an airplane door falling off. And the worst part, well, it's not the worst part about it. The worst part is the freaking door fell off. But a crazy part about it is it just landed in a teacher's yard. There's just a teacher, and she just like looks up and woo, plop. A door just lands in her yard.
I would love to see that
Ye-
video. I can't imagine every 40 is pointing up to the air waiting for it, but I'd love to see the end result.
But they said there was a swift response. The mid-air departure occurred shortly after takeoff, triggered by an emergency exit door blowing off the plane. The prompt response from the pilots and flight attendants ensured the safety of all 171 passengers and 6 crew members. So 171 people were on that flight, and they were okay. They landed, everything was good. But again, I could just only imagine how scary that must have been. But they said there was thorough inspections. Alaska Airlines is now focused on conducting thorough maintenance and safety inspections for each of the 65 aircrafts, expecting completion within the next few days. So,
Something was being overlooked, and now it's kind of a big deal.
yeah. But passengers had assistance. They were affected and are being notified and provided with guidance on the next steps. Alaska Airlines expresses gratitude for the swift response of the crew and assures its commitment to a transport and timely review of the incident. So it sounds like they're trying to handle it well after the fact, but your door fell off, bro. Like that.
The door fell off, and some people are doing their job.
Yeah,
Those inspections that are being done now maybe weren't being done before.
yeah,
So scary.
yeah. Definitely a scary experience, I would say, and just a rough thing to go through on that.
So it's another reason they don't do roller coasters anymore as they gotten older.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
So another article I found: a dumb criminal man, a dumb criminal man tries to assemble stolen electric scooter in front of the Target that he stole it from.
Sounds amazing. You got to put it together.
I wonder if he was trying to escape on it. Like, I just got away with this. I'm gonna go ahead and ride away on my new prize,
I hope so.
and everyone just caught him.
That's funny.
A man in Florida was dubbed by sheriff's office as the dumb criminal of the week after he was caught trying to assemble a stolen electric razor scooter in front of the Target he is accused of stealing it from. So yeah, he did not get away with it. He tried to steal it. It didn't work out for him.
We weren't on.
Nah.
The audio was down that whole time.
Yeah. Well, not the whole. I don't know if it was the whole time. They said they were able to hear Matt, but then when you came back here, you didn't. You gotta make sure you turn these up too.
Yeah, that was a whirlwind.
Yeah.
Oh well, we
You're
have.
able to hear it now.
Well,
Somebody
we
just called in to tell me, hey, I don't know, but I'm listening to 105 and I can't hear. So, shout out to Ryan Pelletier.
Thank you, Ryan Pelletier.
Yeah, talking about the firefighters for kids.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we appreciate his interview. We appreciate your call.
Yeah. Matt was getting ready to come down and tell you too.
Oh, okay, that's rough.
Must not have been very long though. I don't know how long ago you switched, but.
Yeah, that
Was you able
wasn't
to
too
hear
long
me?
ago. Yeah, we were able to hear you.
Okay. All right.
Well, that sorry about that, guys.
We were all just pantomiming.
Yeah.
There's really nothing.
So to recap what you missed, Alaska Airlines grounds after a door just fell off the plane. So yeah, it was in the news a little while ago, but basically there's just this big old airplane and the door just fell off mid-flight and the passengers kind of panicked and they landed the plane, but it was a rough experience for everyone on that flight, and it's just kind of crazy that a door just fell off of a plane and then it landed in a teacher's yard. So It was kind of big in the news lately, and it went viral on TikTok because someone posted the whole video. And she was, of course she was freaked out. I mean, who wouldn't be? A plane just freaking door fell off. And it was the start of their 2024 year. So, like, literally days after, like, it was, I think, January 5th. So 5 days after 2024 started, and a door just falls off your flight. Like, you got to kind of wonder, was that, like, part of, like, her vacation? Like, was this girl going on vacation to somewhere? And she's like all excited, and then a door just crashes.
Yeah. Wonder if that was on the way to the destination. She's got to come back on another plane,
Yeah, like either she was heading to a vacation or she was coming back from a vacation.
Oh my gosh.
That would be horrible.
Either way, it's it for me.
Yeah.
No plane rides for me.
I would never go on a plane again. I'm already hesitant to go on a plane, but I am not going to go after an experience like that. That would be just awful. But, of course, we kind of talked about this a bit when we came back, but apparently we were not able to be heard. But as you heard a few moments ago, we cut to Matt. That's a new thing we've been experimenting with. We now have access to cameras inside there and audio inside there. So if something like that happens and someone can't make it to Main Street TV, we try to send Main Street TV to them. So it's a cool little system I've been working on. I've made it work pretty well so far. I've also got Big Papa in there set up so that he can go live at will, but we can also go live on here, which is pretty neat. I actually have been fiddling with the audio system lately and managed to make it where the audio is much cleaner, which, as Sean saw this morning, I was very ecstatic about. But yeah, we have some pretty good audio access in there. So of course we thank them for coming into Total Media, and happy to get you the interview over. We apologize, though, that apparently we were unable to be heard. But thank you to Ryan Pelletier for letting us know. And another thing I had kind of went over is dumb criminal news. A dumb criminal man tried to assemble a stolen electric scooter in front of Target. I think he was trying to like get in his getaway vehicle after making his successful steal.
Was it electric? Was it an electric scooter?
Yeah, it was an electric scooter. You're not going to get away very fast. You ain't running no cops on that.
Well, you're going to get away quicker, regardless if you just walked away from the store. But yeah,
it says that instead of fleeing the scene of the crime, the man stopped on the sidewalk in front of the store and started assembling the scooter. A responding deputy caught the man before he could finish assembling it and gave him a ride to jail.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Target security is really good too. He probably thought that since he got outside, he was good to go. Start putting it together.
Yeah, I imagine bigger places like that, like Target, probably do have some pretty solid security.
They're pretty good.
Must not be too good though if he managed to get out of the store, but at least he didn't get away with it. They still caught him.
Maybe they figured he was going to stop and try to put it together.
Yeah.
I feel like he may have given off that vibe.
He might have been one of those guys that just kind of seemed like he wasn't too smart.
He's not going to walk this one out yet.
No, he's definitely not getting away with it.
Getaway vehicle.
Yeah, not a very successful getaway vehicle.
Yeah, a bike would have did the same. I think would have been pretty easier to do.
Yeah, he definitely would have got away faster with that. Please don't tell me, Jeremiah, the audio is still not going through.
Which one's this? I'm not sure. Which mic's this? 3?
No, it's a USB audio codec. I'm microphone 1.
Huh?
I'm microphone 1 and he's microphone 3.
Okay. He's just really low, I guess. Turn you up a little bit.
Oh yeah, you got to talk direct. Yeah, that's a mistake I made for the first 2 months I was here. You got to talk straight into it. You can't talk like this. It's got to be right into it.
It's all a learning experience.
Yeah, it's okay. I did that for 2 months straight. I was never able to be heard on the show. It was rough. But yeah. So the criminal, he was of course caught. Did not get away with that. And the Alaskan Airlines, their door fell off. That was just some things I wanted to throw towards you guys this morning. And, of course, there was some guests on Mix 96, so we thank them for coming on and talking. Glad I was able to cut over there. It was actually kind of funny because I just fixed the audio system, and I was so happy with it. But I totally forgot that, I have it running in a different way than I was before. So in order to get you guys the audio, I had to run over and fix something. So if there was some real quiet audio, that was why. We still got a little while longer here on the morning show, so I want to go over some other local news. Not Jackson local news, just local popular, I guess, celebrity news and gossip, as Matt calls it. Celebrity news. I think I heard something about Biden in the news lately. Trying to find something like that. All right, according to E! News. Okay, I don't know who these people are. Oh, that's just sad news. A lot of news nowadays can be pretty saddening on there. It was something about Matthew Perry. Okay, Better Call Saul was nominated for 7 awards at the Emmys. I actually do have something to say about Better Call Saul. I talked about it the other day on the show about successful spinoffs. Of course, Better Call Saul was a successful spinoff. I mean, it just won an award. But I was not a fan of Better Call Saul. I wasn't into it. It just didn't really have anything that drawed interest towards me, because like I like Breaking Bad. I'm a big Breaking Bad fan. But Better Call Saul just didn't really seem like it really helped the Breaking Bad viewers. Like, it didn't really draw my interest because it wasn't really related to Breaking Bad. It was just Saul Goodman, but before he was cool. So like, for me, I just wasn't into it. I mean, I know a lot of people are going to say like, oh, it's how Jimmy became Saul. It is, but it's also boring. He just doesn't have a lot to provide. It's just this guy who's he was a good person, but he slowly becomes corrupted. And we're just watching him slowly do worse and worse things. Like Breaking Bad is the exact same plot. You know, we watch a good guy slowly do worse and worse things. But at least Breaking Bad, Walt had a reason, you know, like he was sick and he kind of played off that eventually. And at some point he became better and then realized I'm still doing bad things, even though I no longer have a just reason. But the thing is, Saul never had a just reason. So like, I just wasn't into it. I have a lot of things I could say about Breaking Bad, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. But I can tell you that he just broke an Emmys record, so I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. He just broke an Emmys record, so. But personally, I would have given that Emmy to actually I can't really name a good series I'm really into. I mean, I guess I really like Heartland. I don't know if anyone watched Heartland. It's about these people on a farm that they breed and maintain horses, and they give them like horse therapy, and I find it really entertaining. But I guess that's kind of my take on Better Call Saul. I think it should have gone to Heartland, I guess. But thank you for everyone for watching this morning. We hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go ahead and send you out with a Telegram news ad. If Sean wants to go ahead and click that, just hit publish. And thank you for watching.
This just in.
The Telegram News has a new website.
thetelegramnews.com.
Same dedicated coverage.
Same trustworthy news with a brand new look.
Covering Jackson and Benton counties and surrounding areas.
Locally owned and operated, thetelegramnews.com has its finger on the pulse of the community.
Stay up to date on local events, high school sports, and breaking news.
thetelegramnews.com.
Subscribe today at thetelegramnews.com.
Check it out.